Hey peeps, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drusilla Shay. If you don't know already, today I'm going to be telling you guys 7 things that I do to keep up with my hair and take care of my hair while it's under a wig. Now, I consider a wig a protective style, and let's just say that me and a lot of other people are guilty of letting our hair go while our hair is in a protective style. It is so easy to just throw on a wig, let our hair get dusty, crusty, dry, in need of help and love. And I have learned over time that protective styles are supposed to be a good thing, but if you don't actually take care of your hair in the process, it can be a bad thing. It can actually cause more damage than good. And that's kind of counterintuitive. So I'm going to be getting into 7 practices that I really try to keep up with just to make sure that my hair underneath the wig is in tip-top shape. Side note, y'all remember when everybody used to think that wigs were for old people, for grandma and auntie, but then now we all wearing wigs? Like, times have changed, okay? They probably looking at us like, y'all late to the game. Anyway, that's a random sidebar. I also want to tell you guys that I do have on a half wig right now. Let me stop getting off track and let's just get right into it, okay? Alrighty guys, so first things first, keeping up with washes. Okay, wash day has definitely been missed a few times. I am guilty of it. Wash day is different for everybody. The frequency in which you wash your hair, it really depends. So I'm not going to tell you how often to wash your hair. I definitely cannot go more than like 2 or 2.5 weeks without washing my hair because my scalp will get itchy. I'll likely experience some type of product buildup and my hair will just be extremely dry. Now for my hair, I really do need water. Like, I can do spray bottles, you know, here and there, but at the end of the day, at some point I need to like drench my hair in water to really get that hydration in there. And also, it's just really important for me to keep up with my washes, because if I do have some sort of product buildup and I'm adding more and more products, not only is my hair going to be dirty, but the products aren't going to be as effective because I'm just adding more and more product to my hair. So in this case, there are times when I'll be going out a lot. I'll let my hair out in the front and I'll be using gel. I'll be using edge control. I'll be like spraying leave-in conditioners in my hair. And in that case, you know, that's when I really start to see the product build up after some time. And so it's just really important to cleanse my hair so that the products can actually work effectively in my hair, and just so that my hair could be clean. In the same way that shampooing my hair is important, obviously conditioning my hair is important. If I know I'm going to be putting my hair in a protective style, I'm talking like at least a week, 2 weeks, it's important to deep condition if you know that your hair is going to be like out of commission for some time, just so that like that extra moisture penetrates through your hair. The second way that I maintain my hair is to just have my hair loose under the wig. To be honest, I gave up on doing cornrows under my wigs because I realized that it would just be tight and pulling on my scalp. And then like that's tight, then I put on a wig, and then sometimes that's tight, and then it's just like a lot going on my scalp. It's definitely important for me when I have a protective style for my hair to rest and for me not to feel like my hair is being pulled in any way, unless it's like braids or twist or whatever. But under a wig, child, I'm trying to feel comfortable. I pretty much just started doing like either flat twists or just regular twists or some braids, just something that like will hang loosely and won't really like pull and tug on my scalp. Although I got cornrows recently and I learned the hard way, y'all just learn from me, okay? Give your hair a break if you're going to be wearing a wig. Point number 3, I always wear a satin bonnet in the house. I know it's a whole controversy on whether satin bonnets are acceptable outside the house. That's a whole different conversation. But when it comes to maintaining our hair and keeping our hair in tip-top shape, covering it up when you're not like showing it off or anything is really important, especially if you're at home. You're laying down on couches, laying down on beds, your hair's just all over the place. It's just really important to keep it covered, okay? Because when it is getting in contact with so many things, first of all, it can get dirtier quicker. And also, if you're rolling around on like a lot of cotton, it's gonna make your hair drier faster because cotton is very, very absorbent. It's definitely going to be like sucking the moisture out of your hair. And also it just helps with maintenance. If you don't want your hair underneath the wig to be getting frizzier faster, then just cover it up. It's just a really easy thing. Take off the wig and real quickly replace it with a bonnet. And I do know some people who don't really like to wear bonnets unless they go to bed. That's fine, but definitely if you're gonna be like laying on something, I would recommend that you have your hair covered in some sort of silk scarf or a bonnet, something that is going to help retain the moisture in your hair and also keep your hair neater. All right, y'all, we're gonna get to the next point, but before we do, I cannot be sharing all these tips if you're not an insider, okay? Join the family. Go ahead and press that red subscribe button if you haven't already, and please go ahead and turn on that bell notification button so that when I post, you're gonna be notified. So with that being said, on to the next one. So the fourth thing that I do, as much as I would wear a wig, sometimes I need a break from my wig, okay? Like if I'm wearing it back to back, and especially if, you know, I'm wearing it with a comb, sometimes wearing it like all the time just kind of irritates that area. And I know some people don't recommend using the comb. Like, I gotta secure the wig. If you've ever worn a wig back to back like every day, maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from. It's just like you need a break sometimes. So whenever I can, I'll just switch it out with like a pre-tied head wrap of some sort. If I'm running errands or if I'm going somewhere real quick, I don't always need to be throwing on my wig. Even for me in this case, where it's a half wig, it's a lot going on in the front that I gotta do, okay? I gotta take the edge control, I gotta brush it. It's just too much to be doing every time I go outside. So if I don't need to, I won't. Alrighty, this is something that I find really important. Even though our hair is put away, we still need to take care of it. It's really important for me to add some sort of leave-in conditioner, moisturizer, something to my hair while it's under a wig. I cannot stress that enough. I opt out for spray leave-ins because anytime my hair is under a wig, it's usually in like twists or braids or whatever. So I just like to spray something on, something that I can equally distribute throughout my hair, and something that's like quick and easy. But if my hair is feeling super dry, I will go the extra mile and add something additional. For example, like my Girl and Hair leave-in. I add products based off what my hair needs. So sometimes I'll add, you know, a moisturizing product to my hair because my actual hair is dry. And then sometimes I'll be adding something to my scalp because maybe my scalp is itchy. So maybe something like tea tree or peppermint. You really also have to pay attention to your hair, but it's important not to just like let it go. Anything that's neglected, it's just not really gonna grow, or it's not gonna grow well. And so if we want our hair to flourish, we can't just be letting it go like that. So if it's helpful for you, you can come up with some type of plan where it's just like, okay, on Wednesdays and on Sundays, I'm gonna just do a quick like spray, put some in my scalp. You probably know best what your hair needs and how often you need it. But I would definitely just say listen to your hair. Number 6, in the same way that, you know, I mentioned putting a leave-in conditioner, I also just want to say that scalp care is really important, okay? I know I mentioned stuff that I use for my scalp already, depending on how my scalp feels. But I find that a lot of people put emphasis on the hair and not always the scalp. The scalp is where our hair grows from. And so if you're not taking care of our scalp, it's gonna be a disconnect, okay? And we can't expect healthy hair growth or growth if we're not taking care of our scalp. So that means for me, not letting it get too dirty. Also, if I have an itchy scalp, it's really important to tend to it right away because I don't want to find myself scratching my scalp very often. You can really like scratch up your scalp. I've done that before. I've seen people do it before where they're actually scratching and it like there's blood. So we don't want to be doing that to our scalp either because our scalp is still skin. And so if we scratching it enough, it's definitely going to cause some type of like tears or scratches and sometimes actual damage. Alrighty, last but not least, this is a really important point. Something I've learned is that it's really important to pay attention to your ends. I gotta dust them every few months, okay? I gotta snip, and this doesn't mean like a big chop, okay? This is like something small, just a little bit as I'm doing like my twist or my braids. I'm not too worried about my hair being even because I don't wear it straight very often at all. So anytime I do go to a professional, I get it evened out. Once we start getting those split ends, those fairy knots all the time, those are not healthy ends. Try your best to keep up with your trims. I cannot tell you how often you need a trim. I can tell me how often I need a trim, but I can't tell you because everybody doesn't need a trim as often. If you don't know how often you need a trim, just pay attention to your ends. If you start seeing it get split, fuzzy, it's hard to comb through when it gets to the ends, then you know it's time for a trim. And I even have a whole video up on signs that you should look for when you know that you need a trim. I'll link that down below if you guys are interested. But yeah, guys, just learn from me. So guys, those are the 7 things that I do to maintain my hair under a wig. I appreciate you all for watching. Let me know down below if you're a wig wearer, okay, and what you do to maintain your hair while your hair is in a protective style. Let's make this a fruitful conversation down below in the comments box. Please do not forget to subscribe before you leave because I'm clocking you. And also, please go ahead and turn on that bell notification button so that anytime I post, you all know about it. Alright, so with that being said, God bless you all, and I will see you in my next video next Sunday. Deuces.